Okay, I've got to get it to the first one though. Here we go. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. Thanks, Ginny. My name is Grace Maglio and I live in Broome, Western Australia. And today I will be presenting the preliminary findings of the Oriental Pratincole satellite project run by the Australasian Wader Studies Group. Before I start, I wish to pay my respects and acknowledge the Karijari, Yangamata and Yaru people as the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which I live and work. Up until as recently as 2004, it was thought that the population of Oriental Pratincole in East Asian-Australasian Flyway was around 75,000 birds. In February 2004, during the annual Northwest Australia Wader and Turn expedition, the team observed unprecedented numbers of birds along 80 Mile Beach and the surrounding plains. Led by Dr. Clive Minton, aerial and ground counts were quickly organised, resulting in an estimated 2.88 million Oriental Pratincoles. This discovery made the Oriental Pratincole Australia's most numerous shorebird, and yet the ecology and movements of this species is still largely unknown. Nowhere else in the Flyway have this many Pratincole been recorded. Over the years, approximately 700 Oriental Pratincole have been marked in Northwest Australia, and to date, there have been only 3 recorded resightings, 2 in Taiwan and one bird, one of our project birds in India, and that story is coming up. Whoops. Oh goodness, I'm stuck now. Okay. Sorry guys, here we go. Good.
Yes, we can share your screen.
Thank you, it got jammed for some reason. On the 8th of February 2019, during a Northwestern Australia Wader and Turn expedition, 5 birds were fitted with microwave telemetry solar 2-gram PTTs. These birds were caught on 80 Mile Beach by Canonet, and they were also marked with a metal ID band and an engraved flag. Unfortunately, signals from one of these birds ceased within a few days, but the other 4 birds went on to give exciting insights into the movements of this species. The birds were named according to their ELF, engraved leg flag combination, and first here we have Sun. By around the 8th of March, Sun departed Australia, arriving in mainland Southeast Asia by the 30th of March, and then went on to Taiwan by around the 11th of April. The quality of signals from the PTT began to deteriorate once Sun reached Taiwan, with the last signal received around the 19th of August 2019, where it was possibly in the Chiayi County. Interestingly, team member Chong Yu Chang advises that both areas marked here, where Sun was located at different times, the Chia and Hualien counties, are both known Oriental Pratincole breeding areas. Oh, keeps jamming. Okay. Try again. The second bird, Sek, departed Australia around the 26th of February 2019, reaching the Praveng Province breeding site in Cambodia, 35 kilometres east of Phnom Penh, around the 20th of March, and remained until the 28th of March 2019. After spending around 100 days at another area 33 kilometres south of this Praveng breeding site, Sek returned to Australia on the 9th of December. 10 weeks later, this bird once again headed north, and by the 8th of March, Sek was back at that 2019 breeding site with the last signal received on the 2nd of May 2020 showed a position 10 kilometres south of that area. She began its flight north on the 16th of February. That's 8 days after we fitted it with the transmitter. It arrived on the floodplains of the Tonal Sap Lake around the 22nd of February and spent 97 days in this location. You can see from the tracks to the left-hand top screen there that it shows a distinctive star formation indicating breeding behaviour. On the 2nd of June, she moved 170 kilometres south to a site in the Praveng province and remained there for over 100 days. Transmitted signals at this time became less frequent, but tracks from those signals suggested that there may have been another breeding attempt at this site. We just need to look at the data a little bit more. Arriving back in Australia around the 21st of December 2019, she flew north again on the 4th of February 2020, only 6.5 weeks later, reaching the Tonal Sap Lake breeding area around the 15th of February. Transmitter signals this year became less frequent, and it is difficult to know the movements in Cambodia, but we have very recently received limited signals indicating that she could now be in central Java. Oh. Okay, SEP. Now, confirmed from feather sample analysis of feather samples, SEP is a male and is the superstar of this project so far. SEP departed Australia on the 4th of March 2019, arriving in mainland Southeast Asia on the 20th of March. As we waited, and I distinctly remember conversations with Dr. Clive Minton to see SEP's next move, thinking that it would settle to breed somewhere in mainland Southeast Asia. On the 1st of September, SEP actually left Thailand and flew towards India. By the 22nd of April, SEP migrated to the Almaty Reservoir in North sorry, my pronunciation's gone now. Karnataka, and remained in this area for 88 days. After correspondence between Taj Mankar, Subu Subramanya, Clive Minton and myself, Subu gathered a team and set out in search of SEP, and he and his team amazingly succeeded. From around July 2019, the quality of transmitted signals deteriorated, making accurate timings difficult, but SEP was located in Australia around the 2nd of January 2020, and on the 12th of March was located in Sumatra heading north. It is likely SEP returned to the Almaty Reservoir with the last signal received on April the 18th, 2020, around that area. Oh, damn it. Before SEP's story, not much was known about the status of the Oriental Pratincole in India. It was thought that the Oriental Pratincole found in this area were a sparse breeding residence subject to local movement. And as you can see here from the vague description found in the Handbook of Birds in India and Pakistan, SEP's movements from northwestern Australia to Karnataka surprised us all. This is a Google Earth view of the Almaty Reservoir. It's a hydroelectric project in North Karnataka, and with a total submersion area of 49,000 hectares, backwaters of the reservoir support over 50,000 water birds, which include many species listed under the IUCN Red List categories, and Central Asian Flyway Action Plan. This area also fulfills several Ramsar criteria. Recognising the importance of the Almaty backwaters for both resident and migratory waterfowl, The local wildlife department intends to get the area declared a conservation reserve to provide protection and long-term monitoring for the birds. And here is the sample page of the highlighting the importance of the Oriental Pratincole in that area. And just to be noted that it's CEP actually renewed interest in the area and helped give that push for the protection. Here is the boundary of the conservation reserve, where you see a difference in water levels post-monsoon and during the Indian summer when Oriental Pratincoles migrate from northwest Australia, where the receding water levels exposes vast stretches of open land areas. An estimated 8 to 10,000 Oriental Pratincoles are known to nest in this area. And these are some of the field conditions where the Oriental Pratincoles nest at the Almaty Blackwaters, and these photos were taken where the waters receded about a month before. Just a very basic table on the distance travelled. What's interesting to see the maximum distance travelled daily, travelled in a day, being 1,050 to 1,250 kilometres just in that single day. It was thought about that Oriental Pratincoles spent around 3 months in Australia, the least amount of time of all migratory shorebirds overwintering here. Through SEC and SHE's behaviour, we now know that the overwintering time can be as little as 6.5 weeks. In contrast to India's efforts to the Oriental Pratincole habitat, the situation in Northern Australia is quite different. Here are the dots just signify where these 4 birds, the areas these 4 birds are used during their time in Australia. And here I have just outlined 3 proposed projects affecting Oriental Pratincole habitat. All 3 projects are being promoted as the largest in their respective industries. So we have an energy hub, which is 650 square kilometres of solar panels and turbines. We have the Great Sandy Desert project, which is actually a fracking project for oil of up to 1 million acres. And then in Northern Territory, we have the Lagoon Project Seaground, which is touted as the biggest prawn farm in the development world. You may look at this and think, well, we've still got plenty of room there, and we have. Oops, until I can get the next slide. Until you take a look at these are exploration permits. So these are potential other oil and gas fracking sites just in the Kimberley. If you add to this, here we go. If you add to this, there is also a big push by government and industry to increase irrigated agriculture in the region from the current operations of around 18,000 hectares to almost 180,000 hectares. And this is to grow crops, cotton. They're even talking about growing rice in this area using the groundwater. The subsequent increase in the increase in agriculture has to make you wonder about the use of pesticide, the increase in the use of pesticides and other chemicals in this area, and it just has to be considered a major threat. Oh dear. But I like to stay positive and strongly believe that if we can work together with industry, there will be ways to minimise potential threats. As naive as I may be, that's what I'm hoping. Anna Plains station owners, John and David Stote and Helen Campion, have hosted the Northwestern Australia expedition since the beginning in 1981 and are a prime example of sustainable farming practices. So it can be done. AWSG have actually now joined forces with Charles Darwin University And thanks to a very generous donation of $13,000 from the Overwintering Project, there are plans to fit 5 more PTTs to Oriental Pratincole in 2021. I just want to finish here with this wonderful photo of John Stote, owner of Anaplanes, and the great Dr. Clive Minton, whose passion and enthusiasm inspired a whole new awareness and interest around this remarkable bird. And I must say, is responsible for me being here today, being able to present to you. And that's it. Thank you.